everyone, my name is Kaikun6 and I'm here to do a crafting video for you guys. Well, it's sort of kind of like a small tutorial slash showing you what I have been doing since last week. I haven't done any type of crafting this week at all. All I've been doing was actually writing because like a weird dream came up for me like just the other the past couple days, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna write it down, and that's what I've been working on since Monday. And finally I got to finish it today. So I was just like, you know what? I am done for writing for now. I'm just going to concentrate on crafting, or at least like organize my kitchen, because my husband decided to like do basically a 180 in my kitchen and like rearrange the like all the storage container lids that we put for our food bowls and this and that. So finally he got it to where he likes it now, and I'm just like, okay, because I am done with the kitchen for now. Other than me deep cleaning them and then trying to decorate it with like some sort of wallpaper or paint it differently, I don't know. It's just gonna be a long, hard project for me, hopefully this summer, and maybe I'll do some before and after pictures, but I'm not sure. Well, just look forward to whatever I post up on any of my social medias. So anyway, I am going to show you, well, I was gonna show you like what it will be first, but I'll just show you this. So like I told you, I was rearranging my kitchen, and if you've seen the photos on any of the social medias, I have been busy with like a bunch of like kitchen stuff mainly. And so I showed you guys like the I think it was like last week's video where I did an Amazon unboxing thing, and I showed you guys like the jars and this and that and how it comes with labels and this and that. So I finally did all that, and it's fully organized. All the photos are on all my social media, so like if you want to go through that, go ahead. But I was left with like so many labels and stuff like that, so it was sort of like a DIY for me. So like some labels are missing, and the only ones I didn't use was none of the one with the white background on it with the black letters or anything like that. So yeah, and then like this list was actually pretty helpful when it came to the packaging to, you know, to keep all my spices organized. The only thing that I kind of regret not doing was one of them. It said complete seasoning on there. It had a label for it, and I have a seasoning that says complete seasoning. And so I felt like, okay, well, once I get a different kind of complete seasoning, maybe I'll use that like that label for it, or if it messes up during the process of, you know, me and my husband just pulling them out of the drawers, then maybe I could just replace it with that. So I don't know, but yeah, that was basically much it for that. Let me see where I can put it away, because I still want to place 4 of these so that way I can use them in future videos. So I also did some DIY, and if you've been, like I said, on my social medias, I've also done a different type of DIY. I've actually done this, which is the dryer sheets, and of course it's not straight or it's just crooked. It could be better, but I was just like, I'm just gonna go with this because like I at least know what's this gonna be used for. And if you've seen this acrylic container at my Amazon unboxing video, then you'll know what I mean. But what was a pain in the butt to do was like wait for the paint to dry, and the paint that I used to do that with was the Martha Stewart multi-surface satin acrylic paint, and it's in this bottle. It's like a 2 fluid ounce bottle, and there's all the information you need. I got this at Dollar Tree like probably like last year, or now been 2 years probably. But yeah, so what I did was I grabbed my old container of dryer sheets. I basically gave that to my mother-in-law because I told her I don't need that no more. And then my husband changed his mind, saying like we can use that for a bathroom organizer. I just said, okay, that's weird because it still has the dryer sheets on there, and if you want to remove it, you're gonna have to scrape it off, or use like a blow hair dryer or a heat gun, or let it soak in water for 15 minutes, then you know, scrape it. And he's like, don't worry, I got something to do with it. I was like, all right. So I kind of did that, the dryer sheets one for my other one. I did it with this one because I really like it, since I showed you guys like all it is just a lid, and it has like a little big hole, and it has like my dryer sheets in there. And I always hear all the time also that if you use dryer sheets, like it's pretty bad. You could use like without it or this and that, but I'm telling you guys, it's just probably just the water here in Texas. I think we have hard water anyway. It's really hard to like have our clothes smell really good, and I don't want to be like wasting products or overusing it so that way my clothes could smell and feel cleaner and stuff like that. And so I felt like this was helping my clothes, and it has like big time for sure. So what I did was this one was I used labels from these stickers right here. I had to use a whole bunch of them because I did mess up at one point. But yeah, like there was like a whole row of these, like, yeah, like, or a whole column, I should say, that was full, and then I used it. And I felt like I was never going to use those labels anyway, and they were perfect just to like make this rectangular section on top of the the lid for my dryer sheets container. So I did that, and then I waited for it to like basically settle in, and then I used this with where's that paintbrush? I just had it actually. Yeah, here you go. It's right behind you guys. I used this paintbrush, which like I have shown off this like a long time ago, and it's by like the brand called Delta, and it's a 12 flat or something like that, but that's what it says on there. Well, yeah, there you go. And I've been using these type of brushes for like acrylic paints, so I was just pretty happy with that. So, but yeah, that's the one thing that took forever, was just for the paint to dry. I actually let this set like 24 hours, and then eventually I ended up using letters just like the ones on that container from this, and it's like the 12 sheet vinyl sticker set, or bundle I should say, that came from Target like maybe now 4 years ago. And it was like the $5 bundle. And if they do have them this year, like, I'm not even sure. I've been checking like almost every year for during like their spring, summer type of collections, and or just in general where they're having like wedding ceremonies or something like that. Like, I've been checking it to see if they will ever come back with this, but I highly doubt it. So if you find anything similar to like these letter sheets or something like that, or just this pack in general, go ahead and take advantage of it, because they're pretty good to use. So yeah, so I used these, and then I ended up spelling out dryer sheets, and then that was it. I just let it do its own thing, and it's been sitting in my hallway closet for such a long time. So yeah. So yeah, now I'm like, okay, well, now that I'm done with that, what else I can craft with? And then after that, things was getting really weird for me that week for sure, because we like my husband ended up getting like a change of schedule or something. So now instead of the weekends that he has off, now he has Sundays and Mondays off. And so I felt like, oh, that's even better, you know, like that way we can like hang out with you know, like his mom and basically his family during Sundays, and then on Mondays I'm gonna go grocery shopping, and that'd be fun, because while he was sick with like his asthma stuff that was going on the past couple of weeks, almost like a month, he told me like he liked grocery shopping during on Mondays because it was just so quiet, nobody was there. And I just said, yeah, I agree with you. And so we decided to see if anybody was gonna like, you know, change his schedule for him and this and that. And finally he an employee came back to work with the company, said that he has Sundays and Mondays off, and he has like 3 kids, so he says that weekends are like a big thing for him and for his family. So he was like, you want to switch schedules with me? And so Blake was like, yeah, I'm gonna go switch schedules with you. And then so he was supposed to start his new schedule this week, but they called him on Monday just for him to work for overtime, and he was just like, I'm just gonna work for a few hours. And so that's what we did. And then once he came home, we went to get groceries for the week, for the week. And then next thing you know, we basically was just like relaxing for the rest of the day, honestly. So that's why my husband and I, we were like, yeah, we're gonna start shopping on Mondays, so that would be easier for us. And if like we're not able to shop in the stores, we can just go get like the grocery pickup option, and then there you go. So it's just like, that's fine by me. It's just like, because he knows that usually I'm stuck at home all the time, like I'm just either cleaning this house or just doing whatever, you know, whatever I want. And then he'll be like, oh, like just for, I guess, like a quote unquote treat, I'm gonna take you out. And I was just like, yes, I do, I need some fresh air. So so yeah, so now for the next 2 projects, I've already shown you sneak peeks of these, but I am gonna show you like what I used, what I did basically for this one. And it's this one of them is this one. Like, I posted up photos of this already on my personal Facebook, and and a crafting page I follow on Facebook. And now I think I have over, I want to say 160 reaction things, and then I keep getting comments on there saying like, this is so cute, it's my aesthetic, it's really cute. Somebody was asking about the Peanuts fabric, and I forgot to ask my mother-in-law at the time because like I was just so busy with crafting, and she's been busy with like so many other things, so we haven't been really hanging out that much except this past weekend. I ended up going shopping for a little bit, so next week is going to be a shopping haul video for you guys, so that way I can just show it off. But yeah, so finally, like, I actually asked her, and I was just like, what fabric did you use for, or like, where did you get this fabric? And like, even though the answer has already been answered on there, like, from the group page, they actually told me, like, she actually told me, I think she got this from Walmart like 5 years ago or something. I was just like, really? Like, I don't remember you telling me about this. And then she's like, yeah, I got it. So I was like, okay. And so I went to go back onto that post that I posted up this photo on that crafting page, and they said like, oh, Joann's has sort of like the same fabric, it's on sale this week, even though that was last week. And so the lady was just like, thank you, I've been looking for this fabric everywhere. And so I told her that if you have a chance, go ahead and or try to see if you can find it on Walmart's website, because that was where my mother-in-law found it. And she's like, I'm gonna look into that, thank you. And so yeah, I felt like it needed something in the background, you know, because I didn't want to leave anything blank where these green fabrics were. And so yeah, so what I did was I ended up getting like fat quarters. Hopefully I still have them. I'm reaching all this stuff behind you guys so that way I could, like, you know, show it to you properly. Yeah, okay, because I have like 2 stacks of stuff in here. Sorry you guys. But yeah, so like it came like this, like my mother-in-law gave me the fabric like this and that, so I was just like, okay, now I gotta go fix you guys, I'm so sorry. There you go. So yeah, she gave me the fabric like this, and there's like maybe like 3 or 4 yards of this in this just stack, and I've only used a little bit of it, so I was just so happy. So all I did was, with this one, all I did was just like glue it behind the wreath form. Yeah, I glue it behind the wreath form, that way I can just show you guys behind it. So all I did was I glued it behind it, and then I used some fabric scissors, which I'll show you right here. These fabric scissors, just to cut them out and this and that. So there you go. And for the rest of the fabric, I don't have most of it because I did use a whole fat quarter for this last layer here. But it is like a rabbit or a bunny fabric thing. I don't know if you guys can see that on there. But it had like cute little designs for rabbits on there, where it's like a pink, like a light and dark pink checkered type of design on there. So it was really cute. So I just used it for the outside of this outline. And then in the middle, I didn't know if I wanted to have it like this, you know. And so what I did was I grabbed, like, I just started cutting strips just like this for all these fabrics. I cut strips like this. You can have it as like maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches, and then you can just do a loop-de-loop, which I don't know if you guys can tell on here, but all I did was loop the 2 ends of it through the hole and then just pulled it, and that was it. And so that's what I did for this this type of fabric, and then this fabric, the one in here, which hopefully you guys can see that I did like a blue fabric type of ring around there. So that's what I did. So what I did was I just cut strips just like this, and it came from this fat quarter, which I'll just show you guys. Like, I've had this thing for maybe a couple years now. I don't remember where I got it, because most of my fabric I get is either from like the seasonal bunches from Walmart, like when they have it in their sewing area, or I grab them from Dollar Tree. So maybe this might be from Dollar Tree, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I cut it like that in strips, and then next thing you know, I was like wrapping this sucker around from the second ring inside the wreath form. And then what else? What I was gonna, oh yeah, then like I used my hot glue, which is like right behind me, you guys. I don't know if you can see it, but but somewhere there. But I used it to glue it for the second layer, so maybe you guys can see it behind it more. So yeah, so all I did was I wrapped it around, glued it on there, and then that was it. I think it took like 3 strips of it, and all I did was I just cut it like vertical ways, by an inch and a half, and then just wrapped it around. So it kind of took that much, and then this was like the leftover piece from that, so I was just like very happy about it. And then for this last layer, which is like this all pink layer, I don't know if I still have that fabric or not. I don't think I do, but I still have like a leftover strips from it. But it looks like this. It has like other bunnies on there, so it was like kind of like similar to the first one that I showed you, or the other rabbit one. But this one has like a sleepy rabbit. It's just standing on his 2 feet, this and that. Like it looked like this, and this is how much I have left over from that one. But I cut it like this long just to show you guys. I'm not sure how much it measures it for. I don't have a ruler or anything, but it is kind of like uneven. So if you're like one of those people that are very picky with like how you want to cut your strips and all that stuff, go ahead and measure it with a ruler, or use a rolling cutter or something. Or if not, you can just like trace it and then just cut it with the line. And so yeah, but for me, I didn't really care. I was like, I'm gonna go do it like this. And so yeah, so this is what the fabric looks like, and just like the same method, I did the loops, and then that's how I got with this design. So I just really liked it. And for me, I felt like I didn't want to do like all white on here, and so for the ears, I would say, so what I did was I took the rest of that of these strips, and then I cut them into like 3/4, I think, or I'm not sure, I think it's in quarters. But yeah, I was like, I folded like this and like this, and then I cut them with the fabric scissors, and then I did the loops for all of them. While I did that with this fabric, which is this like grayish white one, and I'll just show you guys that one right now. This is, I had like 2 of them. I had no idea. I just thought maybe one was enough, but I guess not. But this is the one that I use, and this is like what the design looks like. To me, I felt like they look like rabbit ears in a way, but they could be like little hills or something. I wasn't sure. I know this fabric came from Dollar Tree, so, and I know their spring stuff is already in this month, or at least this year. So take advantage of it if you want to get that fabric, because it's really, really cute. So yeah, so that's what I did. I ended up doing like quarters of this one. This one's like 1/3. So just like I did with, like I showed you, but like this, instead of like folding it twice like this, I ended up just going, cutting that 1 strip. I did it like this. I cut it in like kind of like folded into thirds, and then cut them. And then I started doing the loop, and then there you go. And that was the end of that. So, and by all of that, it took basically like, or kind of like a few hour process for this, because I wasn't entirely sure what kind of strips I was going to use. So I kind of messed with that. But after I got done with like what I wanted to look like, I decided to, you know, just go onto it. And then it was like time for supper, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna do the rest of it another day, and that's what I did. So I finished like the ears and the peanuts fabric just like within like a few minutes after that. So yeah, so this is how I did it. And then plus I ended up getting like random ribbon strands or something. I kind of messed this one up already, but I was trying to make it look like a bow, and it's gonna be hard to fix it. But yeah, I got like these strips of like this type of ribbon, and I ended up making it look like a messy, easy bow. And then I ended up gluing like a blue type of ribbon from that, and then just glue it on there, and that was it. Just like that. So I was really happy to get this done. And so I felt like, okay, I'm in the groove of like making another type of ribbon, or like another wreath form. And so that's what I did, and I ended up making this, which I will just show you guys in a bit. Sadly, I don't think I have the tag for this one no more, because it said like bunny head wreath form or something. So if you're ever looking for it at Dollar Tree, go ahead. So yeah. Oop, and I got a lot of like strands of like that fabric on me. So yeah, but that was like, well, I worked on this one first, and then I thought, okay, let me go work on the rabbit second, and that's what I did. So this is the first one I did work on, which is like this shamrock type of thing. And I got the tag for this one right here. So there's the shamrock wreath form, and it is from Dollar Tree. But yeah, so I kind of did sort of like the same thing with the other one, but I was just like, okay, I wonder what kind of fabric will I use this one. I wanted to make it really stand out. And so I used these fabrics. Like for the ones that I used to wrap this one around, which is like this outer layer, I think, and then probably the one in the inner layer too, I guess so. I'm not sure. No, actually they're all the same. Sorry, this one just looks different because I was cutting some of the end strips for like one side of that type of fabric, and I'll show you the fabric that I used. And so I used that, and I still have like the little strip on there. So yeah, this was like the leftover piece of me wrapping it around, but this is what the fabric looks like, and it's really pretty. And there's still some like threads everywhere, but yeah. My mother-in-law gave me this one. I don't know where it came from. She gave me like maybe 2 to 3 yards of this, and I felt like, I think only a few strips was just enough. And so all I did was I did it long ways, and since this is like a longer fabric, all I did was cut it vertically. It was like about maybe an inch, maybe, yeah, about like 1.25 inches thick. But I did it either way. I did it like between an inch, a quarter, 1.25 inches, and then like in 1.5 inches. So yeah. Anyway, so that's how I did it. And then I ended up wrapping it around and gluing it down with like hot glue. And then once I was done with that, I felt like, okay, what else I can do with this? And so my other thought process was, I want to put something in the background. And so that's what I did. I placed some of these strips of fabric, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit. I found it like these. I want to say like it was cut up like this. And I felt like, okay, that's interesting. So I am going to get one of these, cut them up, and glue it down, which I did, so that I can just show you guys how I glue it down and stuff like that. And then I used the fabric scissors again to cut around it while I was gluing it down. And then so that's why it looks like that. And it's kind of a little bit messy. You can see some missing pieces here. And then I did this also with the stem, and that's what it looked like. And I felt like, okay, it's still not enough. What am I gonna do? And so I decided like, oh, I just came up with the idea. I'm gonna use these little pom-poms that I got from Hobby Lobby. Like I still have some left. So here's the pom-poms, and it came like this. And it's in the St. Patrick's Day craft section. And right now, they barely have anything now at a Hobby Lobby. But if you still have a Hobby Lobby near you, or somewhere a little bit further away from where your guys at, and they still do some sort of like late holidays, seasonal kind of like stuff, you can find this probably hopefully in there. I don't know, but I remember just grabbing a handful of these and started gluing them down. And that's what I did. I was like, oh, I want to know if I could like just fully make it full of this. And I felt like maybe it won't be enough. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to fill in for like the stem, which I did right here. And then the rest of them were kind of like, you know, in patterns of how I glue it. So that's what I did. And then after that, I felt like it still needed a bow. And so I just grabbed like random like bow strands. I ended up cutting it and then just did it like this. It has like some green lace in there, like this kind of like checkered one, and like the solid one. And then I used like I forgot what it was, like a lime green type of ribbon to hold it together. And then I glued down a pom-pom on there. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I am really done. But yeah, I have managed to do all of that in a span of like 3 to 4 days with all the craft stuff that I have. And I am going to be working on more wreath forms, so just stay tuned. I want to work on this one next. I don't know whatever happened to the tag for this one, but well, I was trying to pull it out of like this box that I have of wreath forms in there. Like its little antenna fell out, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to find a way how to glue it down or something. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to work on this one next. I was going to work on an Easter one, I think, too. I'm not sure. I'm trying to pull them out right now out of my box. It's like a mess. I am so sorry, you guys. It is a huge mess still. I've been trying to clean up, and I organized everything and next thing you know, it's just like, I don't know what was going on. It was just like gone. But yeah, I have these 2 egg wreath forms. I don't know if you can tell or not. Like, right now I'm wearing black, so as you can barely probably tell on the video. But I wanted to do this craft that I saw this crafter did like a long time ago, but she used like the round wreath forms, which I do have one right here, but it's gonna be hard to dig it out of this box. It's just gonna take me forever to find it. But I think it was like a 14-inch wreath form, I think. And all she did was she filled it up with like with moss, and then she put like the robin eggs that you get from either from Dollar Tree or from Hobby Lobby, and then she put like a bow on it, and I think she secured it with like some, I don't know, I want to say like, I wasn't entirely sure what she did with it. I think she secured it with like zip ties or something. I'm not sure. All I know is I have that video saved somewhere on my own Facebook, and I'm gonna go look through it, see what items I really need for that craft, and then probably do it with you guys for this one. And then I don't know if I have it here. Probably it fell out. But I also have a carrot one also, the carrot wreath form. And so I'm going to work on that too. I'm just going to be working a lot of wreath forms for the next few projects. So bear with me. So if you get tired of them, you can just skip through them. But yeah, that's all I'm just going to show you guys. I don't know what else am I going to be working on other than wreath forms and fabric and yarn, this and this. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show you. I did use these scissors to cut off for the ribbons that I have. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it. And maybe I'll show the camera a little bit. But like, it's a mess. So I'm sorry about that mess. But where is it at? Maybe you can see it like right here. But I have like pants hangers, and they're filled with like, I got like 2 or 3 of them, and they're filled with like ribbon. And so I decided I'm going to organize my ribbon like that. And I've been looking for ways how to organize it. And I thought maybe this would be the easiest way for me to do it. And it's been like that for already a year. And so I ended up just grabbing some random colors of ribbon that I have in my stash. And I just started cutting strips, put them together, and then made that bow. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys. I also use this one. So yeah. I am going to clean up. I am going to clean up myself because I got pieces of thread everywhere on this shirt, and I just took a shower, so it's just gonna take a lint roller and maybe some tape just to get take them off of there. And on top of that, I gotta go clean up. I gotta go pick up whatever I dropped over there back behind me. And what else? Well, I guess expect a shopping haul next week, or if not, I was gonna do a playlist story because I have also basically I've been listening to a lot of music, and I always have been. But the thing is that there's this new metal page I follow on Facebook, and of course everybody knows that page because they've established this since 2003. And what it is Limp Bizkit Underground. They shared like their playlist of like unreleased tracks of Limp Bizkit, and I was just like so obsessed with that. I was like, wait a minute, they have? And I'm basically like, I am a huge fan of them, but I'm mainly more of like a casual listener, because even though I've been listening to them since the 90s and this and that, but I still don't know much about the band, you know, like whatever you guys tell me of trivia, I'm just gonna absorb that knowledge because I really enjoy that band. And so they released like this playlist on their YouTube channel. And so I went to go on there. I was listening to all of these unreleased tracks. There's some that were instrumental and this and that, and some I was just surprised they even collab with. Like there's this one, or there's a couple of them from Run DMC and from Eminem, and I was just like, that's it. I am going to listen to all of these songs. And it was like playlist of like 40 something songs in there, I think. And so I just listened to all of them, and I picked some of them, and I was just like, oh my god, I became obsessed. And literally the newest obsession of this song, like whenever it plays in my, because I wish they had it in Spotify, but they don't. So what I did for the past couple days, I've been playing all this music from that playlist in the mornings, and then somewhere around the afternoon I stop, and then I go hear my stuff on the Spotify playlist. But on there's this song that I am very obsessive with, and it's called When It Rains. that one I was just like, I really love. Like, I'm just like, oof, I've been chasing that high ever since I heard about like some albums, like the deluxe edition, platinum edition, just special editions of like certain albums that were finally released on Spotify through bands or musicians or something. Like, I found out that they had the deluxe edition for Gold Cobra, like their album, and from back in like 2011, 2012 or something like that. And I was just like, oh, I did not know. And so I was fully on obsessed. Like, I was hearing my own Cobain, what was it, Angels and Back Porch, like back to back, almost like every single day for I don't know how many months now. And then next thing you know, like, I've been trying to chase that high, I guess, since then. Like, I still enjoy listening to Back Porch a lot still, but I felt like when I heard these unreleased tracks onto like this YouTube channel playlist, I was just like, okay, I am full on obsessed. I am going to see what I can do from here so I can like add these songs into my playlist. And so after that, like, when I was listening to some of these songs, memories popped up, like full on like unforgettable memories. I actually did forget, and I was like, you know what, I am going to make a playlist story video for these type of songs, and hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy the journey with me. Like, I want to see if I can like link some of these songs in some of the episodes for this for that series, but I don't know if I'm able to, because I'm like, I don't want them to think like it's copyrighted or this and that. So I'm gonna see how I can do it, because a lot of people will be like, oh, I am interested in this song, like, where am I gonna find the song? And usually, like, whenever people actually try to search for the song during like the YouTube search bar or even on a Spotify playlist, usually like they'll give you different versions of it. So I am going to see if I'm able to link the songs from now on, probably in like the episodes. So I'm gonna do it with the other previous episodes, so that way you guys can basically probably add these songs to your playlist. Who knows? But anyway, I am going to clean up. I've been rambling on now. I am going to clean up while I'm listening to When It Rains by Limp Bizkit. So yeah, so there you go. Hopefully you guys have a lovely day and a lovely week, and I'll see you guys next week with a shopping haul video. All right, bye everyone.